Hey guys, Cutie Pie here, long time no stream. Hope everyone is having a good Thursday. I cannot quite remember where we were up to on the farm, but I think we were potentially making some hay slash, I think we were actually waiting for the hay to dry, but we were doing some baling, making some silage, which is exciting. And yeah, we are working on our own land, which is lovely. A bit of a change up from the contracts that we have been doing. Probably will be some more contracts today, but let's see how much. I can't remember how far I got last time, but I think I basically got as far as doing some baling, but that was about it. So yeah, let's just hop straight in. Apologies for the long intro. It was taking a long time for the game to actually start like loading in. I was a bit worried I'd broken it with some mods that I added. But it seems to be okay now, so let's hope that stays that way. Yes, that's a lovely sight, isn't it? Yeah, we got lots and lots of baling to crack on with today. I think I was amazed at the amount of bales that I was popping out of this little baler. So yeah, I think we're going to have quite a lot of silage, which is a great thing to have. We're going to be probably stashing some away for cows, as well as selling some. I don't know why that's not attached to the baler, but anyway. Yeah, how many bales did we get up to last time? Only 2. Maybe I was just testing how quick they were gonna fill up, and I think from what I remember it was pretty quick per bale, because I didn't even manage to get through a full strip without popping out too. So let's have a go at another line and see how quickly these things fill up. There is rain in the forecast, which is not ideal because the hay is not drying very well, which might be the time of year that I decided to try and make hay. Worst case scenario, I don't need to actually turn it into hay. I could just bale it and it can be grass. It would be good to have a little bit of hay stashed away, because basically the plan is, before we get cows, to get either goats or sheep. I'm not sure what the best thing to get is first of all, but to do that I need to sell some silage, so it's going to be a couple days at least until I can get some of that going. I'm going to have to buy another little field. Sap and Clayburg GT, hey, how are you doing? Long time no speak. So yeah, we're probably going to be doing some contracts to get a little bit of money in first after finishing off this baling, because I don't think I managed to get a wrapper last time, so that is high on the to-do list. A bale wrapper. I also don't think I have a trailer to put anything on. I have a front loader, which is good, but yeah, I need to get a trailer or something. Been a while. How are you doing? Yeah, not too bad, thank you, GT, not too bad. Work has been quite stressful recently, so I'm glad to be doing something nice and chill this evening. And yeah, all has been good. Apart from that, just a bit tiring. But yeah, it's still ridiculously warm. I don't know why it's so stuffy in the UK at the moment. Last week I didn't stream because it was insanely hot. I could not sit upstairs without having the door open, the window open. Ideally I wanted a fan, but I think Jack had pinched it for the evening, so we've only got one fan between us, so we have to share. Have you been playing much Farming Sim GTs? I feel like I might have seen you on potentially Discord or something at some point playing Farming Sim. Nice. Look at us go. Already on 9 bales, that is crazy. I was thinking I'd only have like a very small handful of bales, but I don't think I really appreciated how big this field was, so the more the merrier, although it does mean more picking up for me, so we'll see how that goes with my bale stacking skills. I think I'm going to have to try and find a really big trailer to put all these on, because I have got sheds to store them in, but I don't really want to be loading them up and then unloading them constantly. I mean, I could actually just leave them on the fields temporarily because it's getting into winter now. We're not going to have any more grass this season. It's not going to be growing over winter, so could leave it for a little bit longer. I'm still amazed how well the grass has grown on this field. It's not even a planted field. This was just the grass that was here when we bought the field, so we'll be reseeding it in the not too distant future. Next time we're going to have probably even more grass. Reinstalled my PC Windows, so lost all saves, but I've started again. Nice. I love starting again. I'm a real sucker for like not coming back to a game for a long time, and I can never pick up where I left off. I always have to start again. I'm like it with Stardew, Farming Sim. I've only just started playing Stardew again, to be fair, but oh, what a good game. What a good game. I've also started playing modded Stardew, which is exciting. I never played modded beforehand. And you know me, I absolutely love a mod, so it is well modded. Also started playing Sims again recently. So yeah, I've got loads and loads of mods on Sims, even more so than I have on Farming Sim, which is crazy. I think I did have a very quick peek at mods before I started stream, but I was already running a bit late, so thought I'd get going. But I'm still waiting for the realistic, I think it's like, I can't remember what the name of the mod is now. I've said it before in a couple streams, and it's basically like realistic animals, cows. You actually see the number of animals that you have in your pen. You can choose how many like spawn in, which I think is much better. Because I think at the moment in the chicken coop I have about 20 or 30 chickens, but you can only see about 5 of them. It would be nice to see all of them. And it also adds really cool things like ear tags on cows, which you can choose the names, which I think is really, really cool. Every cow should have a name. But yeah, it has been a while since I've been properly mod shopping, so I'm going to have a good hunt through at some point, see what else has popped up in the store. Right, already up to 18 bales. I'm going to be picking up bales for days. I think what I'm just going to have to do is do them in batches, like load up a trailer, sell a bunch, eventually work it down until I've got just enough that I want to keep for a bit. I need to be very careful about the money situation because I have a lot of tractors on well, this tractor being the main one that's on the finance. That's the bulk of my monthly payment. So yeah, I've got to keep it ticking along. We don't want any extra charges. I'm also waiting for the bank mod that was on FS22 to come out for this game. I don't even know if it's been planned to come out. I don't know who made the mod, but oh, what a good mod that was. Basically let you choose a loan size based on, I think, what your assets were and how much money you had in the bank, to basically decide if it was a sensible idea, a bit like a normal bank credit system. Love the realism, because who doesn't like making a game harder than it needs to be? Right, I need to be super careful not to pick up the hay, which I think is still chilling over here. Might have a quick look. Time's not going super quickly at the moment because I wanted to make sure I could get all the baling done and wrapped up today, so I have a feeling it's not going to change much moisture wise since last time. There's a few bits that's dry enough to be considered hay, but don't want to go picking it up and wasting the little bit of hay that is there. Might as well leave it a little bit longer. Right, it's a really awkward place to drop a bale. Right at the end of a row. Just seeing as I've got plenty of grass, I won't go around picking up all the teeny tiny little bits that I've lost. Ah, thank you for the follow, Peach the Tortoise. Much appreciated. Yeah, it wasn't actually as soft as I thought it was going to be, so that's good. Let's try and swing around and get on this row. Yeah, these bales are filling up so quick. I can't actually believe the amount of grass that came off this field. No fertilizer, no planted grass, literally just standard floor grass, you know what I mean, not planted. Okay, now that is an awkward place for a bale to have gone. Pretty sure I haven't got any contracts on the go at the moment, so we'll have a look in a second to see if there's anything good that I can pick up. I have a feeling I was debating doing another fertilizing contract because, you know, cash monies, super quick contracts, absolutely love them. Also pay very well. And that is what we like to see. Especially as, yeah, we've got lots of expenses coming up. So many expenses. One of the things is going to be a new baler at some point because this is teeny tiny. Only can do the small 125 centimeter bales, pretty sure, which is not great when you don't want to be carting loads of bales around, but it is what it is. Better than no baler at all. And of course we haven't got a silage pit or anything yet, so many bales it is. Alright, we'll try and get these teeny tiny bits on the way. Okay, I don't know who invented this mod, but it is absolutely fantastic for round bales. I always hated having to listen out for the beeping and check how full the thing was, but this automatically slows you down when you're getting close to a full bale and does not let you drive off again until it has been unloaded, so what a good mod. Because who needs to think at the end of the day? Yeah, as you can see, quite a lot of muddy areas where the horse little track was. Can't remember what it's called. It's like a horse school that we sold all the bits and pieces to. Knocked down a fence. You can see the nice stripe where I did plant some grass and then got way too close to the fence that was there. We'll fix it all up as soon as all of this baling is done. I think this is the last month I can do planting of grass, so we get to get it in before the next season so it's ready to go at the beginning. So cool, very good, very nice. Thank you very much. How are you doing? Damn, those wheels get stuck in that mud. I think the chicken coop area is the worst bit. That is like halfway up the wheels of the tractor. It's nuts. I nearly got stuck in that last time I went in. I might actually try and plant some more, not like proper grass, but I might put some grass coverage down in there because I think that's going to be nicer for the chickens, you know, they like to peck around in the grass. Doing just fine. Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. Oh yeah, I didn't say this at the beginning of the stream, but this is the first time I've been streaming on TikTok for a while. Funny story, I got banned for a little bit. Basically, I posted a TikTok video which included a product which I didn't show, but I showed what I had made with it. Apparently that wasn't good enough, so I know for next time not to post videos with products that aren't actually physically in the video. Right, finishing off this baling isn't actually taking as long as I thought it was going to take. What count are we up to now? 40. Holy crap. I think we are, let's think about this. It's 3,500 litres a bale, so I mean, let's say I have 40. Can't do quick maths, but you know, I think by the time we finish we might be close to 100,000 litres in silage. Ish. Is that right? I have no idea. Maths is not my strong point at this time of the evening. Right, when I get around to the hay section, I'm going to have a quick look, see what we're doing, how we're doing moisture-wise, because no amount of tedding in the world, I did try, was drying it out any quicker. And I have a feeling it's because I installed a mod which takes moisture into account. You have like an optimum harvest moisture, which you would have in real life, but you obviously can't control the moisture of the weather, and it is like there is imminent rain in the forecast, which I'm not a fan of. Alright, let's have a quick look whilst that's making that bale. Actually, it might not be quite there, but right, that is grass, but I think this is hay. Maybe. What's not even showing me? Okay, last time I was walking over and it was like, yep, this is grass, this is hay, but it's not even showing me that at the moment, so I might have to just go by colour. So the slightly darker brown stuff, I'm pretty sure is hay, but obviously you've got some grass mixed in as well, which isn't great. Oh, is that showing me? Yeah, there we go, that is what I'm currently looking at is grass. Is it going to show me the hay? Nope. Okay, cool. Cool. Anyway, we'll just have to be a bit of a guessing game on that one. I'm really hoping when it rains it's not going to make it worse. It's not going to get turned back into grass, is it? I hope not. Next thing I know it'll be snowing and I'll have no chance of getting that hay up. Oh no! Is that rain? Ah, it is raining! God damn it. Okay, well at least most of the grass is baled, but my poor hay. Okay, looks like we're not getting any hay today. Absolutely no chance. let's get this done and then have a look at contracts, because ain't much more we can do. Bloody English weather. It's pouring down with rain today, still absolutely sweltering. Oh, Daniel, thank you very much for the follow. And also, have I had a tornado in the game? No, I can't say I have. Are they terrifying? Actually, no, wait, have I? Ooh, I might have had one on, what's the base game map called? River something? River something. Can't remember what it's called. I might have had one on there, and I think it was crazy. River Bend, that's the one. Thank you, GT. Right, I'm gonna leave the baler. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put the baler away in the shed, because while I have it, I might as well use it. I'm actually kind of wondering, so you obviously get baling contracts now. Again, still not sure why they decided that they need to split up the grasswork contracts into different types of, different stages of grasswork. But anyway, if you used, I'm guessing if they wanted square bales, you'd get in trouble for using the wrong kind of baler. Also, look how disgustingly muddy this is. We're gonna have to get some gravel down in here pretty sharpish, because the tractor, the machinery, all of it just sinks straight down. There's no way I can put bales in there. Riverbend Springs, thank you, Daniel. How long have I played Farming Simulator for? Oh, since 2015 was the first time I played this game, and I've been obsessed ever since, pretty much. Yep, so many hours on these games. I can't remember, I looked at this, yeah, I think Farming Sim 25 haven't got a ridiculous number of hours on it yet, but I'm pretty sure 19 and 22, there are lots of hours on there. Right, oh, you've played since Farm Sim 17? That was a good one. I can't think, I mean, they've sort of changed each time quite significantly, but I prefer when, I think it was 19 where they introduced the egg boxes. I think 15 and 17 you had to go around and pick up the individual eggs, which I actually quite liked, but I didn't like that they all just were stashed in your pocket. But I really liked having the individual boxes of eggs that you could lift by hand rather than having to have a massive pallet to pick up. Really am not a fan of the pallets, but I did like that you could buy another pallet to put all the egg boxes in. But the ATVs where you could just stack the boxes in the back, which you could lift by hand, meant you didn't have to get front loader for such a long time. It was so good. I don't know why they got rid of that. Anyway, slight sidetrack there, but let's have a look at the contracts. If it saves eventually. There we go. Okay, so we got some bale wrapping. Oh, that's actually a pretty good contract. Oh, I don't think that'd be too many bales. I might do that one. And I think I'll probably quickly, although actually that field, I don't really like the shape of that field. Might do the fertilising contract on that, just because I don't think there's going to be many more fertilising contracts this side of the year. What map am I playing on? This is, I always get the name of this wrong, Oakbridge Farm, I think. Pretty sure, maybe. Yeah, it's an English map. I think it used to be called Carnston in 22. But yeah, it's a very good map. Quite a lot of like big old fields, so like it's such a mixture of field sizes, which I quite like. You've got these huge ones all over the place, but then you've also got these teeny tiny ones. I've obviously started over here, plan on expanding this way and this way, So yeah, just my cup of tea. Yes, Oakbridge, and yes, former Calmston. Thank you, GT. I'm so bad with the names of maps, but yeah. This is a good one. Would recommend. I've already forgotten what I'm doing. I wanted to check if I actually did buy a bale wrapper. I don't think I did, no. I might have a quick peek and see how much they are. I feel like they're going to be super expensive, but it's quite important to get one pretty soon. I'll probably decide if I actually do the fertilizing contract. I'm not a fan of these ones. I like the ones you can move around. 62 seems like a lot, but the fact that I can do both types of bales is pretty good. Although, to be honest, oh no, I've got 40 to wrap. I don't think I should use that really. Decisions. I like to go with the proper branded stuff, so... Although, actually, only the lizard ones seem to do the full-size bales, which is a bit annoying. Because I do plan on having bigger bales. I could have sworn I installed many more mods than this, but I might for now go for this lizard one. Purely because it does all the size bales, which I like. 54k though, that's gonna hurt the bank. Okay, let's think about this. 54k. Even if I do both these contracts, I'm gonna struggle, but we will get cracking. Not cultivating. I don't want to do cultivating. I'm gonna go put this tractor back and take the Massey, because that is already set up with the fertilizer spreader, so it is good to go. Gonna have to borrow the bell wrapper to begin with anyway, so let's turn that off. Actually, don't want to leave that running. Where did I leave the Massey? I spotted it. Oh, it's over here, I think. You found a nice 4x4 map though. Montana. I quite like American maps. Is it one that's got like loads of square or like rectangular shaped fields? I can't remember if it's 22 or 25. It might have been 22 actually. I found a really good, absolutely huge American style map, and I really enjoyed it. It must have been 22 because I'm pretty sure I had the bank mod that I was talking about earlier on that map, and because I had loads and loads of money in the bank, I could get a massive loan, and I went crazy and bought everything. It was so good, and I also paid it back really quickly because I could buy everything. It's on itch.io. I'll send you the link, thank you. Ooh, I like realism. Do you love a realistic map? That is the kind for me. I think that's why I really like this map, is because it's quite UK vibes. Even with the rain right now. Yep, 100%. So I think I'm pretty sure this one's based on a real life area. Those ones I think are quite often the best. That is the real farm. That's why oh yes, I think I remember this conversation. Yeah, he said he had to change the name because too many people were turning up at his farm wanting to see where the magic happened. Alright, I'm gonna probably need some fertilizer for this mission. I have a feeling it was definitely over. I think I need to refill at least once, so I'm gonna potentially buy 3 bags. Try and fit at least 1 more in. Oh, I don't want 4. Okay, quite a hefty investment. It's Gloucestershire. Jordan, how are you doing? And oh, Renilio says hi. That's my little nephew, guys. He is adorable. And also, sorry, I have just realised I have missed a couple messages. Oh, I can't scroll up in the TikTok chat. Bear with. Daniel, or someone I might have missed a message, but Alma, Missouri, or Nadenthal, I can't say that one, but yes, I also have played that last one. That is a very good map. Pocket Bully, how are you guys doing? Great you, hi. Jordan also says hi, if you're still watching. Pocket Bully. What a little treasure he is. Jordan, how was gymnastics? Do I have a weight on the front? I think I'm going to have to switch this round. Good but tired, you know already. Oh, bless. How's this colic? Is it any better? And how's the heat up in London? I am, like, ridiculously warm down here. Oh, Maple, thank you very much for the donut. How are you doing? I would demolish a donut right now. Love the donuts. I am literally just driving around in circles. I've gotten very distracted. Alright, let's try and pick these bags up. Gymnastics was interesting. Care to elaborate? Okay. Don't really know why I'm trying to pick up 3 at a time because I knew I wouldn't be able to. Let's drop one of those, shall we? That's better. Not bad and chilling, watching a professional farmer. I guess you're watching Clarkson's Farm or something then, because it certainly ain't me. Near Cirencester, nice. Very nice part of the country. Yeah, I kind of see why people went to visit, but also not okay to turn up at where someone lives. Harrison jumped out of his seat at McDonald's drive-thru with the police behind me. I started throwing my stuff out the window. Oh no. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh no. That's kind of funny, but yeah. Maybe not the best timing. Ay ay ay. What am I working on today? I haven't even accepted the mission actually, but I am about to do a fertilizing contract. Gonna be, what's the other thing I'm gonna be doing? I am going to be, oh, I need to put the weight on the front again. Ugh, so many things to swap around. Alright, I'm going to have to put these bags down too. A fertilizing contract, a bale wrapping contract, so I can afford a bale wrapper for my farm, because I have just baled up, I think it was 40 something bales. They're small ones, but still quite a lot to do. So yeah, I've got to get that, so I do these contracts so I can get the bale wrapper. Then I also won't need to use other people's equipment when I continue doing missions and stuff, which would be nice. And then yeah, I've got a hell of a lot of wrapping to do, but I also got to find enough money to get a trailer. Just so much stuff. So much stuff. Need AC in my yard. This heat is ridiculous. Anyways, enjoy. Gonna cook and walk the dog. Oh, sounds cute. Have a nice night. But yeah, I agree. Definitely need AC. Faux show. Ooh la la. Yeah, lot going on. Lot going on. Never dull moment. When I stopped, they asked me to wait in a bay for food. By the time I picked everything up and got him in his seat, it was ready to collect. Embarrassing, isn't it? Work. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm sure it amused the police guys behind you though. AC is great. I'm chilling at a comfy 72 Fahrenheit. What is that in degrees? I can't do Fahrenheit. But yeah, the UK needs like AC is standard. It'd be so good. It's very rare in the UK. Many houses have AC. I hope so, yeah. As long as they weren't too hungry, I guess. Probably fine. 22 degrees. Oh, see, I'd probably have it colder than that. If I go to a Premier Inn, I put on 19 degrees. A nice chilly temperature. Living the dream. John's always living the dream. I think that's one of your favourite sayings, isn't it? I'm still driving to a field for a contract that I haven't even picked up yet. Ay, 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 what is going on? Right, let's quickly... Imagine if it had gone and I just bought all this fertilizer. I would have been fuming. Ah, oh, why did I borrow the machinery? I'm an idiot. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do that for? I've got my own stuff. It's better than being honest out there. I have it at 20 degrees. Nice. I would happily take a 20-degree room right now. I'm sure it's like 25 in here. Far too warm. Far too warm. Next house, I am 100% getting some sort of AC, even if it's just a unit that I can move around the house. Ah, oh, it would be beautiful to have an AC unit right now. A lot of stress this year. Mum's not been well and trips in kitchens and bathroom renos, as well as trying to have a social life and then having to buy a new car. Oh dear. Does sound like a lot's going on. Why'd you have to get a new car? You've got to go. Well, thank you for hanging out, Daniel. Hopefully see you again in the future. Hope you have a good evening. Don't know why I'm driving with my thumbs at the moment, but it seems like less effort than turning the wheel at the top, so we're going with this for now. Yeah, I kind of wish when they upgraded this map to FS25 they included some productions on the base game, because they've got a lot of these big industrial areas but not a single production on any single one of them.
Wait a minute!
Who are you?
Who are you?
Oh, you know what? I can't even see who played that sound because... Oh, it's Old Maple. Like, literally on my alert thing over there, that is so long, the text on that sound, that is just... Push it all the way over there. Oh, hello. Road ahead closed. Whoa. Oh, nearly crashed into the sign. Nearly. I think I've gone the wrong way. My old one started playing up after the MT, and this one is lower mileage and bigger engine. Nice. Sounds like a good upgrade then. Having deja vu. Well, hold up. Wait a minute. Also, I like that emote. That is a cool one. I feel like that's that would be one of Jordan's favourites as well. Hammer time. It is indeed. That one's also a good one. I can never find. Right. Okay. I'm gonna sound like such an old person when I say this, but I cannot ever figure out how to find the right emotes. Like, there's so many in the list. Like, do you just have to know what they're called to find them? Because every time I try and find anything other than... I can't even think what I can even find on there. I can just never find the right ones. I can remember LOL. And another one, which I've already forgotten the name of. And I can't. I simply can't. Right, I've got a nice big grass field, and yes, I am going to be using the GPS, because why not? It was created for a reason, and I am going to make full use of it. What a day. What's everyone been up to today? I've got a day off tomorrow. I'm looking forward to a lion so much. Like, I can't remember the last time I had a lion. Actually, no, tell a lie. I had a lion last Sunday, but I was also a tiny bit hungover, so it didn't really count as a decent lion. I mostly go in the list and choose on a mobile bot on PSC. If you know the name, you can partially type it and tab to the one you want. Yeah, see, I just can't remember any of the names of any of them, but I can just never find them in the list. Clearly my frown lines mean that I am aging, can't use technology anymore. Yep, you're old. Pretty much. Yeah, see, look, you're just flying with them, and I'm just like, yeah, can't find a single one. And then by the time you find the right one, the moment's gone, you know. Just outrageous. Just outrageous. I'm shocked you weren't more hungover, but I also have seen you a lot more drunk than that. Yeah, sadly that you have. That was an interesting event, wasn't it? I don't think I have been more hammered than that, because I've literally passed out outside of a club before, but I don't think I've acted more outrageous than that evening. So I'm going to say you guys are a bad influence. You and Ollie, that's it. I'm shocked Jack survived, as in after the weekend, or after the last time, before that, after that fateful night. But yeah, I will say he did lie in bed most of the day. Bless his cotton socks. But he was at least awake and talking, and not too bad. So it could have been worse. Could have been worse. But yeah, I think I was up by like 10 o'clock the next day. Ready and raring to go. Coffee was calling. Although I didn't notice that Jack had left a McDonald's cup on the dining room table. And it has been there since Saturday, and Jack picked it up and it started pouring out the bottom today, so that was fun. It's also left a nice permanent ring on the wooden table. Oopsie. The fateful night, honestly. I'm kind of gutted I can't remember any of it, because I think some of the memories would have just been so funny after being retold them. But maybe it was better I didn't remember them, and just having them retold was more funny. I don't know. Oh, I remember all of them. Yeah, there's bits at the beginning. There's a couple snippets at the end, but the middle part is all, yeah, it's a goner. Outrageous. Out bloody rageous. Yeah, I think, weirdly, I think the only time I can drink well and not get into a problem is if I drink over a very long period of time, like most of the day, and then I'm generally fine. But if I try and drink in a quick period, that's when it all goes wrong. Pre-drinking, not a good idea. Middle's the best bit. You should have been there. I was there, I just don't remember being there. Coria, howdy fellow farmer, how are you doing? One day, I would absolutely love to have a little farm. Not even a whole farm, just a little farm. I don't need a whole farm. Just like a field. A decent sized field, that would be lovely. I got an email. I got a letter through from the council the other day, asking if I still wanted to be on the allotment waiting list, and I was like, yes I do, because I need a place to grow some crops. You were there in spirits. I like that. Many spirits were consumed. Too many spirits. I still can't believe Jack bought a massive tray of shots. That was a terrible idea. Outrageous behaviour. And double drinks too, yeah. Well, I like double drinks because you don't have to drink as much volume, which means less bathroom trips. We'll have to organise a night out sometime. Yeah, I'm not very good at nights out anymore. I just can't last. Not like I used to. I'm getting old. Getting old. Got the frown lines coming in and everything. No, Jack had a giant tray of doubles. Oh, I thought he had shots as well. Or did I make that up? Giant tray of doubles. I dread to think how much he spent that evening. They're expensive doubles as well. Both. Outrageous behaviour. I was on the double JD and Coke, gin and lemonade and cocktails in Minehead, and when I went, nice. I do like gin and lemonade. I think that's one of the best drinks, to be fair. Cocktails. I like a cocktail, but I can't drink cocktails all night. Neither can Jack, as he found out. Ooh, sugar. As he found out the hard way when we went to an all-inclusive holiday a good number of years ago. I think it was about 6 years ago that we went. And in one night, he had 17 pina coladas. And he woke up in the middle of the night and was hugging the toilet. Not like actually being sick, but I think it was the sheer amount of sugar that he drank. Terrible. At Marine's prices, yeah, oof. No, not a good one. Not a good one. Ollie works in Minehead. You might see him around. Is he working tonight? Right, that was a much more gentle turn than the last one. Did not enjoy that. Went to Butlins weekend at the start of June. I've heard mixed things about that. Was it any good? because I've heard from one person that it was terrible. I've heard from a few other people that it was great, so I think it's maybe, if you get lucky. I've heard bad things about the room quality, as in like just not very clean, but yeah, that might have just been a few people getting unlucky rather than it actually being that bad. He's not on Twilights for another 5 weeks now. Nice. Does he prefer like the earlier shifts or the later ones? Yeah, I think I prefer getting the work out of the way in the day, but then at the same time, at the moment I could quite happily sleep in every single morning and start the day a bit later, but then I would just basically slowly turn nocturnal, which would not be ideal. I turned the wrong way around, that was a bad idea. Rooms were okay. I drank more there than I did in Amsterdam. Amsterdam. Oh, sugar. I think it's because the back is now getting quite light where I haven't got much fertilizer left in there. No one, of course. Yeah, you are. Just thinking about it. Paid more on days and better for the kids, but his body prefers Twilights, that's fair. Oh, you're paid more on days than evenings? I'd have thought it'd be the other way around. Yeah, I feel like fertilizing in the rain is probably not the best idea. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta bring in the cash. Right, hopefully I've got enough fertilizer left in the tank to do this last teeny tiny section. And I'm gonna probably refill it before I head out of the field, because if not I'm gonna be super front heavy, and that's just a recipe for disaster. So is my driving right now. What the hell is going on? Oh. Okay, oh my lord. So you know I said it was quite front heavy. I'm pretty sure last time I streamed I said, also what is my wheel doing right now? It's not having a good time. I'm pretty sure last time I streamed I said, oh, it's so much harder to tip a tractor now in this game, but not when you've got way too much weight on the front. Oh, there we go. At least it's easier to tip it back up again. Alright. I'm gonna get a random number generator up, and we're gonna see how much I have to pay for that. Random number generator. I think I'm gonna do. I meant to set one up on Twitch. That was what I was gonna do last time. That's not that very helpful. I just want a very simple number generator. Right, there we go. Google has one. Perfect. I think when I fully tip the tractor, it's going to be anywhere between 0 and, let's say, 3 grand. And if it's just a light tap, we'll go between somewhere like £1 and £500. Oh, 150. Well, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Remove money. 150. That could have been very painful, but yep, totally agree with that. Alright, let's load this up now, because I do not want that to be happening again. This is probably not going to be super fun at trying to lift that bag that's tipped over, but it's my fault for being a ninny. So I'm kind of wondering if I can pick up one single bag. without having to put the weight on. Yeah, easy peasy. Just gotta be careful. Nice. Unlit from 6 PM to 10 PM, time and a quarter. And then... Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. I thought you, 10 till 6 AM is time and a half. Yeah, I thought you said that you get paid more in the day, and I was like, surely everyone wants to work in the day. That makes more sense. Ay, ay, ay. Am I hang on. You do get paid more in the day. So what, do you get like 2 times pay in the day? I'm confused. And is there any time of day that is just 1 times the pay? This is a very complicated pay system. Why am I attaching that there? I literally said I don't need to put that on the back. I need to put it on the front. I'm losing the plot. Losing me marbles. Day is 3 to 5 AM start. So that's one uplift, and then finish 6 to 7, so that's another. Oh, I see. Oh, don't hire a worker. What are you doing? What are you doing in my swamp? Nope, don't want to do that. Right, we're going to try and get this last little strip, even though I don't really need to do it, but for completeness, we'll do it. Also, John, are you playing Stardew by any chance? Nice, there we go. Contract is donezo. I'm still fuming that I returned that. I buried the city tractor when I didn't need to. Right, let's complete that. Alright, the next one I do actually need the equipment for, so I need to make sure I remember to accept it with the... I'm not even going to try and drive whilst doing that at the same time. No, I can't multitask well enough. To be fair, Stardew is quite a, because the days are so short, it's quite an intense game. I wish you could make it a bit longer. Like Sims 4. If you have a teen that's going to school, it is almost impossible to do anything in the school day because it takes them so long to walk from like one side of the building to the other, so I always have to make the time a bit longer. Alright, let's put those stalks down before I get taken out by a tree, or take a tree down, whichever comes first. More likely the first one. And it is still raining, which is just outrageous. Luckily, once I do this next mission, I will have enough to buy the bale wrapper, but I'm not going to have enough left over for the next monthly payments for the tractors. which is less than ideal. So, gonna have to see what else is available. I did see a big old baling contract. We should look for another mod. I agree. We need to extend the time. I also need to wash this tractor because it's really hard to see out the windscreen right now. BRB 1 sec, no worries. I'm trying to think when the next, like, when I'm going to switch up to the next map. I kind of want to keep this one going for at least another few months. At least a couple months. I think I might switch out when the next... Oh, that's quite a long time away. I was going to say when the next expansion is for Farm Sim, which I think is November, October, November this time, maybe? I know it's towards the end of the year. I'm really looking forward to fishing. That's going to be a really cool addition. The fact that you have to like feed the fish and then transport them out once they're big enough, I think it is. Grow them in tanks and then you take them out to sea. I think is really cool. But if someone knows of a mod that you can get egg boxes back in this game, I would eat that up in like 2 seconds flat. So please drop a note if you think that is a thing, because 19 had it right with the eggs. I don't think 22 I'm pretty sure was pallets as well, but the egg boxes, they were just the best. Right, I came back here for a reason, and that reason is because I need to get another contract, and I do not have the equipment for said contract. So let's stay out of the rain for a second. Holy Moses, that is a very expensive contract. Problem is, I think I'd be there for absolutely hours. The estimated time on that mission, it doesn't normally take as long as it actually says it will, but the estimated time is 3 hours to do one mission. I think I'm going to give that one a miss because I will lose the will to live if I end up bailing for that long. So go for the bail wrapping. Yeah, and I need to borrow items because I haven't quite got enough yet for what I need. Let's see if it's ready to go. Yes, it is. I think these tractors look awful. I forget what's meant to go on the front, but I do not like it. Looks kind of cool from the back, but... a front loader. What, like a whole big front loader? Can't even imagine what that looks like. I'm gonna have to look it up. Alright, we're going to field 10. Oh, this is going to be a really quick contract if that's on field 10. Which is fine by me, because 27k for... oh no, it wasn't 20... was it 27k? It was a decent amount of money for that size field anyway. So pretty happy with that. This is not going to be a fun... Come on, you can go through. Go on, that's it. Where's your friend? Is he coming? As soon as I swing out, he's going to come flying down the road. Oh, not today. If you could stay away until... oh, there you are. See, you're making me scratch up a nice fancy tractor. All these branches. Outrageous. Alright, let's have a little look-see, shall we? Okay, so it's a bigger field than I thought, to be fair, but I still don't think that's bad for the amount of money that's gonna bring in. Turn automatic drop on. Let's get cracking. I really like it when they're lined up. Oh, inside the bale wrapper there. I really like it when they're all sort of lined up in a diagonal. It's so satisfying. Don't know what it is, but I really like that. Okay, on the plus side, I actually do think I might almost have enough for the next month's payments on the farm equipment, as well as the front load. If this is 27k, I think it's 27. So it's going to be 72k in the bank. But I might be cutting it a little bit fine, so I'm going to potentially pick up a mowing contract. There's a couple small ones which should take 2 seconds with my big old mowers. The question is, will I be able to fit in the tractor into the fields that have these teeny tiny contracts on? We shall see. See, I'm pretty sure I didn't even hit that, so I'm not sure. No, I didn't. I'm so far away. But every time you get close to a bale, they like jump. And I don't know why. So I bet it does it again. Yeah, see, like just a little bump. Alright, this is bale number 6. We're only 14% done with the field. But this field looks so tiny on the map. And it is one of the small ones, to be fair. I was hoping I don't have to buy any bale wrap. I shouldn't need to. Why are you running? Nice. Right, we are 20% of the way there. That really hasn't taken that long, but I am still surprised how big this field is. Right guys, my room has gotten unbearably hot. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, refill my juice cup because hydration is important, and I will be back very shortly for more fun farming. I am back. But you know what I just realised? I'm gonna have to get some non-overhead headphones because I now have this pretty awesome hat. And I also acquired an inflatable cow last weekend. But yeah, I can't wear the hat with the headphones, sadly, so that's gonna have to just chill over here. Oh, the cow can't really see with it on. That's definitely gonna fall on the floor. Oh, they're both gonna go on the floor. Okay, the tractor can wear the hat. The cow can just chill there. And now back to the serious stuff. Right, we were doing a baling wrapping contract. Oh my god, I have short-term memory loss. Have we named the cow? Oh, I like the classic names for cows, but no, I actually haven't named the cow yet. Like Daisy, Maisie. But I can't think of any other cow names, to be honest. One day I would love to have a Highland cow. They're just so cute and fluffy. Right, cow name suggestions. I am open to ideas. Brian, welcome. Thank you for the first time chat. And Maisie is a popular one. The neighbours had one called Speedy. That's a cute name. I'm guessing he was fast? Or she was fast? Gertrude, what a name. What a name. Little Gertie the cow. I mean, it's spotty, so I feel like something to do with spots. I can't think of any of the 101 Dalmatian names off the top of my head. Always fasted for milking. That makes sense, that makes sense. That's quite funny. Yeah. Can't think of any good names. I need to stop driving so close to the rails when it's not unloaded yet. Too keen. Right, we're already 42% done, so it's pretty decent. Should be done in no time. I had one called Grumpy too. I'm guessing a little bit on the grumpy side. I think if I had like a name that was something like that, mine would be Sleepy or Hungry. Because those are two things that I commonly am. Or ditzy, to be fair. If you didn't put the hip bar on her, she would kick you. Ooh, ouch. I bet a cow can kick with a hell of a lot of force. Yeah, someone I worked with briefly actually, he was like, oh yeah, if you ever get chased by a bull, you just grab the bull ring and twist. And I was like, okay, don't really want to get that close to a bull, but good to know. Apparently they're all normally quite nice, at least their ones were, but yeah, just if you ever got on the wrong side of one, that was what you had to do. Dotty, Patches, Domino, Oreo. Ooh, Oreo, I like Oreo. Ooh, that's food orientated too, I like that one. I also love Oreos. Who doesn't love an Oreo? I'm also now thinking like milk and cookies. But I don't think you can call a cow milk and cookies. Should see the cow ornaments we have in this house. Nice. You have to share some of the Discord duty. I don't actually have that many cow related things. I have a couple tractors, which are currently in the calyx behind me. When we finally, if we ever manage to move, I'm planning on doing a completely different stream setup because I kind of want to have my like gaming figures in the background. At the moment they're literally facing directly opposite the way that they should be. Did I know Oreos are vegan? I did not. But you learn something new every day. I mean, to be fair, for a vegan snack, they're hella good. Then again, I've also had some vegan brownies, which are also hella good, so. Lil's favourite snack, she has good taste. I see it's a, I can't say this brand, Go Vale? I feel like it's gonna be not pronouncing the W like a W. Rapper. Went to the Stand Up Llama show. They were not too friendly. Oh, that's quite surprising. I would have thought, especially at a show, they'd be extra friendly, trying to butter people up. But I did see some. Who was it that went there? I think it was. Oh god, I've also forgotten his name. A streamer that does farming sim and farming stuff. I want to say he's a really popular one from the UK. What's his name? VS Farm? Nope. GT, do you know who I mean? Reva is his brother, I believe, and pops into streams sometimes. And I've popped into a few of his streams, but I cannot think of the other guy. Virtual Farmer, that's the one. Scruffed, I've not heard of Scruffed. Yeah, Virtual Farmer, that's the one. Yeah, I saw the tractors and no, I think it was like trucks and ATVs doing like donuts in a field, which I thought was quite funny. All just sliding around. Oh, you met him there. He's very nice. Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, what a place to go though. It looked amazing. Do you live near there or did you just fancy going? I'm guessing you meant the one that was in, was it Austria recently? Looked absolutely gorgeous. Stop rolling away when I get near to you. It's rude. I'm in Ireland. Ah, the Birmingham one. Yes, that makes sense. How long does it take to get from Ireland to Birmingham? I've never actually been to Ireland. Would quite like to go one day. Although I'm not a fan of Guinness and I feel like that's a bit of a prerequisite for going to Ireland. To be fair, I think the most, like the furthest north in this country I've been is Birmingham, potentially. Although I did have this discussion with someone the other day, and I think Warwick is the furthest north I've ever been, potentially, if that's further north than Birmingham. But I'm very bad at geography and general awareness of where things are. In terms of the world, the furthest north I've ever been is Iceland, and that was amazing. Would 10 out of 10 recommend going again, although I did nearly die 3 times on that school trip. Wouldn't recommend that side of it, but the rest of it was pretty cool. Handy flight, 40 minutes maybe. Oh nice, pretty quick then. Much appreciated, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I would like to go one day. I will make it to one of these shows, but I feel like every time recently there's been exams at the same time, so I haven't been able to justify travelling around to go to them. But hopefully after next year. I might be exam free. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, I've got to prioritise getting the exams passed. I need that pay rise. Alright, 91%. I think these 2 bales here might be the last couple. Fingers crossed. Didn't see any of the other corners of the map, I don't believe, unless there's one in the direct corner opposite to me there. Honestly, these bales rolling is really making me mad. Stop it! Did I say something? Is it me? It's back next in January. Free in and plenty of farm sim people there, nice. Is that one in Birmingham as well? Nice, contract is donezo. So we're going to drive back to the shop, pick up my little tractor, and potentially quickly go and buy a, what's the word I'm looking for? Potentially go and quickly buy a bale wrapper of my own now that we have the monies. Let's try and get over there before those stupid cars turn up. And then yeah, we should be able to get back to the farm, and then I will have a look at a couple very small mowing contracts just to boost up the funds a little bit more. Yeah, in the NEC or NEC, I don't know. Just register for your pass online, pick it up and go in. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the closest thing I've been to is like a county show, and I will say that was pretty cool. I was there in a work capacity though last time I went, so couldn't really enjoy it massively. I still did enjoy it quite a lot, but yeah, wasn't able to just free roam around all day, although I did free roam most of the day, so it was pretty good. I only actually had to really be in a serious working capacity for a couple hours. The rest of it was just sort of wandering around, speaking to people at different stands and looking at animals, which was pretty fun. Right, that needs a clean, but luckily it's not ours, so we don't have to clean it. Let's accept the cash showed off of that. Oh, actually, you know what I just realised? I kind of have the fertilizer spread on the back, which I don't really want to leave here or drive back with it on. Oh, sorry, John, I just saw your message about you coming back as I left. Yes, I am. I need to get refill on the drink, and my ice has literally melted in 2 seconds, so. But at least it's cold. Right, let's accept that. Cash monies. Right, mowing contracts. I know there's a lot of contracts on here, but a lot of these are just not worth doing. I would love to. Oh, ooh. Okay, so, okay, this might have been updated. Last time I was looking at the irrigation contracts, none of these had any equipment, and I wasn't sure what you could use. Looks like it's just normal sprayers, which I'm guessing you just fill with water. But that's really, really cool. I'm almost tempted to give one a go now. Do I give one a go now? I'm a bit worried about this because I've never done one of these contracts yet. I've literally just had the mod installed for quite a while. What did that say? These took. Oh, I've just borrowed 2. Oops. Oh, well then. Okay, so they're kind of broken. Oh, and it's raining, so I don't even need to do that much irrigating. Oh, I think I might have just cheated the system here a little bit. I also don't know where I can fill up with water right now. That might have been a good thing to check beforehand. I don't be on Twitch much, but I scrolled down about 50 streams to find something in English. It was you. Local shows are great too. Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm glad you found me. Thank you for joining. And hopefully you'll be able to pop in again in future. But yeah, I also know you'll struggle with that, to be honest, because there's a lot of German streamers on Farming Sim, and I would love to speak German, but I don't. It's a very popular game in Germany. And it is made by German people too. Right. Well, I don't really know what to do with this now. I don't currently have a way of filling this up. So I might have to go back to the farm and... Oh, I've accepted 2 contracts. That's why. Oh, damn. But most of the job is already completed anyway. Jordan. Don't do that. I'm fairly certain you do speak German. A video comes to mind. Ay, 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 my mother. Outrageous behaviour. I mean, you can't even hear me in the video. What a terrible shame. Terrible shame. Alright. Oh, the screen is glitching out a lot right now. Oh, these cars. Why you gotta be like this? This nice shiny... Oh, okay. We're currently through the hedge. And that's still not enough room for you. There you go. Now we're stuck. Great.
Emotional damage.
Thanks, Jordan. Okay, we're just gonna have to find a bigger gap. That is not a very big gap either. Okay, well luckily these don't have tires on that destroy the crop, but still not great. Is that gonna be big enough? I reckon so. Outrageous behaviour. Yeah, local shows are really cute. I went to one that's very local to me, just a very teeny tiny one, and they had all the vintage tractors lined up. Oh, I could have just walked around with them for hours, and you could literally just go there and buy chickens, which I thought was great too. The bigger ones, I don't think you really buy animals, it's more like showing of animals. So it's kind of like slightly different levels of vibes going on, but yeah. I would love to buy a goat. I just need a little field so I can just let some animals roam free. Right, hopefully this fits through this teeny tiny driveway. Nice. And yeah, we're gonna have to get some sort of pump or well installed somewhere on the farm. I'm presuming this is literally just water that I need to get. So, what am I doing? Construction, that's what I'm doing. I mean, a hose would do the trick. Oh, hang on. That's not water, is it? I don't think it is. I feel like that's just clutter. How do I go onto demolition mode? Oh, but I can't get rid of it. Oh, that's frustrating. I might put the hose right next to this because I feel like that's kind of like a water storage thing. Oh, I really want to put it closer than that. Okay. Well, right in the bushes are gonna have to do. And yeah, look at those ridiculous tire tracks. We're gonna have to do something about them. Okay, next fun task. I think I'm just gonna have to go all the way around. I don't think I'm gonna fit through the gate very easily.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Yeah, my poor hay. It's not doing too good. Yeah, I think chickens are all fine. I feel like they might have it. Oh, that is a bale. Don't run over that. I've gone to the wrong gate. I swear, I know where I'm going. To be honest, I don't really know why there's two gates so close together, because this was one field. I haven't combined these fields. I guess it might make sense, I don't really know. You're gonna tell me I can't fill you with water, aren't you? I'm trying to fill, so it's not letting me. Do I need to be closer? I have a feeling I might have just crashed into a bale. But I also think that this isn't going to let me refill. Oh no. It says... Oh. Oh, I can get... Oh. Select the silo. I don't have a silo. Okay, well we are filling it with water, so that's good. And it's not actually costing me anything, so pretty happy with that. I really hope this works, because I think I might have just taken on 2 massive contracts, but we are going to be here for a while with this refills. I'm also very glad it's raining. It doesn't seem to be increasing the moisture a crazy amount right now, but... Oh no, it is 92%, it's just gone up by 1. Hopefully that means it's gonna be a much quicker job to get it. Basically the weather is doing my job for me. That is fine. But yeah, I don't remember which size. Holy shit. That is a big field. That is a very big field. Luckily that one is taken up a little bit though, so yeah, if it can just keep doing that. But if not, I'm going to be making probably quite a number of trips over here to refill. And I don't know if this is going to automatically fill, automatically apply so it's the right moisture content, or if I'm going to have to drive at a certain speed, or what's going to happen. So this is all a bit of an experiment. Wish I didn't take 2 ridiculously big contracts on. For a contract that I don't even know if I can complete very well though. Maybe I should have gone for something better than a garden hose. We're getting there, slowly but surely. And it's given the chance to the weather to do most of the job still. But yeah, if this does work out, I will consider doing these contracts in the future, because if I can get free water and also big cash monies for these contracts, then yeah, I mean, what's that, 100 and something K, 120k, fine by me, as long as it works. But if I have to pay a fine, that's gonna hurt real quick, because I can't complete the contract for whatever reason. Alright, 94%. When did I start playing Farming Sim? We started on FS13. That was rough doing contracts. I started on FS15, so quite a while ago, but yeah, I mean 15 was good, but this game has improved so much in that time. Yeah, I never played or really saw much of 13. I think you could do baling in 15. I can't really remember, it's been so long, but I just remember being instantly hooked. But what sort of contracts did you even have on that? I'm guessing it was like the standard, like harvesting, probably fertilizing. how did the pay compare as well? Because I feel like they're quite generous. I don't think I have anything changed on the contract, so this is just base game, normal difficulty contracts, what I'm getting paid for. But I think the fact that the fields are so big in this means that you get paid a decent chunk for most of the contracts. And this is the future spot where the sheep and goats are gonna live. Maybe even some cows, I haven't decided yet. I think I want a bigger field for cows though, or I'm gonna buy that barn that is on the way to the shop that is already set up for cows there. Alright, how do we get in here? Probably through this nice big gate. Okay. So sadly, we haven't gone up another percentage on the moisture level yet, but let's see how this is gonna work. Oh damn. Okay. Not as many passes on the field as I thought there was gonna be, which is good because I really don't want to have to be running back and forth to get water. Is it getting stuck on the floor? Can't actually tell. It feels a bit ridiculous spraying water on a field that is when it's raining. I mean, we're moving quite fast, so hopefully this is actually doing something. Oh yeah, it's going up by 1%. That's good. We like to see it, but that water has run out ridiculously quickly. Oh, wow. Okay. Most of this is going to literally just be cutting water back and forth. We are already run out, which is crazy. There's only water nearby that I can just go and refill from. Nope. Okay then, we're going to be going back to the farm. Maybe by the time I've got there and back, the rain will have done more of its job. And, oh hang on, that looks like water over there. Is that water? Grass cutting, harvesting, I think that's about it. Nice, what a time. I don't even know where I thought I saw water over here, but there is definitely not any water over there, so I'm gonna go back this way towards the gate that I know how to go through. It was hard to make money unless you bought a windmill. Oh yes, the windmills. I remember staying up one night, almost all night, and as soon as I had enough money from one windmill making enough money to buy a second one, I was just, you know, cashing in on my wind power, and yeah, I ended up with a ridiculous amount of cash. And then I was like, well, this is boring because I don't know, I can't, you know, I can buy everything I want. That's no fun. There's no object to making money anymore, so. But yeah, it was good fun at the time. Grinding out, getting out all those windmills set up. I'm pretty sure I made the game so glitchy with the number I ended up with, but I was just making billions in like a second. It was great. Right, come on, rain. Please do a little bit more of the job, because I don't know how many times I can go back and forth with this. It's not a good angle to come in from. tight is the word. We might have stuck coming through the field entrance. Brave or stupid? Let's see if I can reverse through and I can't actually see where I'm going. We'll go with brave purely because that worked that time. Are we refilling? I think that's me in the local before, but there we go. Let's start this process over again. Luckily the other field is catching up quite nicely on moisture level. The rain is doing a lot of the work for me. Up to 89%. I think it was 85 last time I looked, so pretty happy with that. But that big field is not I mean, I just dumped a whole tank's worth of water on that field and it went up 1% in that time. Oh, we got up another percent. I'm not sure if that was purely the rain's effort rather than my own. Right, I've got front wheel steering. Can we do all wheel steering? That might be better. Let's go with that. I quite like the all wheel steering on the JCB, to be honest. It sometimes makes it harder if you've got things attached on the back that are trailed, but when you don't, my god, that thing is beautiful. You can turn ridiculously tight corners. Right, note to self, take these contracts on when it's pouring down with rain. You know how I was saying earlier that I was mad that it's raining? I might have changed my tune a little bit. Especially considering how long it is taking to fill up this sprayer. Not spreader. Come on. Three-quarters of the way there. 31 is going up like crazy. Wonder what the difference is between 31 and 28. Wonder if it's the soil type. Maybe that makes a difference. Or if it's just the crop that's in there. I have no idea. If anyone knows more about this mod, then please let me know. I do think it took the modders potentially a couple of attempts to make this mod work. Or maybe it's just certain maps didn't work as well with it because, yeah, this is the first time that this mod has been an option to really use. I genuinely think by the time I've managed to complete this first field, 31 might actually be complete without me having to do anything. The only person I know to get a mod to water fields. I just love the realism, you know? Gotta have the right moisture content, it's very important. Maybe having a contract that pays 80k to water a field, not so realistic, but we'll let that slide. It's helping me out for sure.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Oh, I've gotten too close to the tree. Oh, don't be stuck on the tree. Don't be stuck on the tree. Yeah, that's one thing about this map. The trees are very close into the road. It makes it very awkward. Right. I went that way last time, so let's go this way this time. See how that works. So yeah, even though I've got precision farming and stuff, this obviously doesn't work with precision farming. At least I'm assuming it doesn't, because there's no sort of indicator on the mini map of moisture levels like you would get with the fertilizer and lime and stuff like that, which I will say is very handy when it comes to getting the fertilizing and liming right. You know exactly where you've been, whereas this is kind of just guessing. And I really have no idea if I need to be going slower. Oh, you know what? I think that patch over there, I think that might just be like a muddy patch in the field. Can't really tell. It looks like a pond from this far away. But it's clearly not a pond. Are you serious? Out of water already? Not good. Not good at all. I'm just gonna have a look at, see if there's like a moisture map. It's a weird sentence. Don't know if this is something to do with it. Ooh, it is. Okay, but that doesn't actually tell me, that tells me the average moisture. Ooh, irrigation. So it looks like you can potentially install like sprinklers or something. I have no idea. Or maybe like lay some... Oh, you know what would be really cool if you could actually like insert some pipes to pour water across your field every so often. That would be cool. Right. I don't think there's a moisture map. No. Okay. No good. No good. That's what this map needs. Start irrigating. Yeah, so I don't know how that works. Quality sprinklers. They would come in handy right about now. But yeah, look, in the distance, that looks like a pond to me. You get closer to it, and that's not a pond. So, I don't understand. I feel like it must just be a muddy patch. On the plus side, like I said, the water, the percentage is going up like crazy. It is a wet spot. Ah, okay, that makes sense. I genuinely don't think I'm going to have to touch field 31. 28 is catching up. It's going up a lot slower though. I wonder if the watering I have done has made much of a difference. Oh yeah, maybe it has. So the perfect moisture is 14.5. Where I've been at the moment, it's actually quite a lot higher in some spots, but then if I go all the way over here, where I haven't been with the sprayer, it is definitely a lot lower in some places. But then again, we've got some high spots as well, so who knows how it works, but maybe that's partly the soil type and stuff. It might also be where weeds are as well, I don't know. But anyway, let's go back, fill up again, and pray by the time this thing is refilled that the contracts have just magically completed themselves with the rain, helping them out. I mean, they're both so close to being done now. Both hit 97%. All thanks to the rain. I cannot wait to get paid for these contracts. It's gonna be a huge boost. I'm probably even gonna have enough left over to potentially look at buying one of those smaller fields for the goats to go in, or sheep. Still haven't decided. What do you guys think I should go for? Sheep or goats? IRL. Thanks, Jordan. I'm so glad that didn't make me jump. Yeah, I'm debating going for goats because IRL I would 100% go for goats over sheep. I really wish the mirrors were slightly better. I cannot see. I don't think I'm at the right angle at all. I can sort of see a fence post. That is a fence post. Nailed it. Alright, let's just start that off. Yeah, field 31's at 99%. Gotta be goats. There we go, guys. Jordan has spoken. Don't know why I said that with such a weird posh accent then, but Jordan has spoken. We're going for goats. I approve this message. Right, there we go. One contract is done. Dunzo. Yay! Now we just gotta wait for this to refill and pray that the second field is also done by the time that it's actually filled up with water. That would be amazing. I have a feeling my luck's not going to be quite that good, but hopefully if I go and like empty another load of water on there, we'll be close enough to complete that contract. Because yeah, it really does not have a massive impact. I would like to see what this contracts are like when you are spraying water on a field that's dry, like there's not raining. It's really hard to tell if it's really having an impact at the moment because of all the rain. I do think it is because, like I said, where I went when I was running around, it did seem to be sort of slightly average water percentage than what it was in the patches that I hadn't been yet. So I feel like you definitely see much more of an impact on a field that was, you know, completely dry. Yeah, let's have a quick look at field prices, shall we? I know I can't go crazy because I still have to make sure I have enough money for the bale wrapper. That is a big priority. But I know these fields aren't stupidly expensive. 37, 33. Yep. I think I was going to go for 37 over 33 because the yield potential was so much better. Like, that's obviously good grass. But at the same time, I didn't think I was ever going to plant crops in either of these. So I feel like either way, it's not really that different. I think I might go with a slightly cheaper one though. One would hope. One would hope indeed. I'm just going to buy it. Why not? Nice. And the other field is at 99%, so I'm just going to chill here for a second. Fly over to my new field, which I think is this one here. Lovely stuff. And then we're going to place an animal pen, hopefully. I don't know why I'm in there. Right, sheep slash goats. Pretty sure that's sheep slash goats, isn't it? We just want a bog standard pasture. I don't know what the difference is. This one's modded and it says it has a much bigger capacity, but I want this to be semi-realistic, so gonna need enough space at the bottom to Where are the gates in this place? One's there. I might put it like... Basically my biggest concern is being able to A, pick up the goat milk, but also be able to get round if I need to. Turning into this field is a bit awkward though. I have a feeling I might have to do some terrain flattening potentially. Although I think that looks alright. We'll go with there. I definitely need to customise the fence though, and yeah, I'm gonna have to probably do some flattening for sure. Okay, the amount of times I messed this up when I first got this game, so let's hope today is not one of those days. I'm also going to try and maximise the space that I have for this. Damn, I'm going to spend a ridiculous amount on fencing right now. I'm a bit worried I'm not going to have enough money to go around, which is the exact problem I had before last time I tried to do this. Probably should have accepted one of the contracts before I tried to get around. That is a nasty looking fly, which is now a dead fly. Gross. Okay. Really praying I have enough money for this. Brutal.
Huh?
What are you doing in my swamp? Ain't nobody got time for that. Right. I feel like... Right. Place segment. Is that going to complete it? Yes. Nice. I don't know if it was because it was a bit glitchy, like when the first time this game came out, it was obviously a bit buggy in places, but I wasted so much money trying to place one of these pastures and get the fencing right. Every time I ran out of money and then I'd mess it up, or it just wasn't quite big enough for what I was planning, which meant I had to leave and start again, and there was no mods in that day. So I couldn't even add the money back when I messed up, so. But that worked out alright. I'm gonna have to, yeah, flatten out some of the areas, like that's a pretty big bump where the food is, but yeah, let's see if I can quickly do that actually. Gonna soften the bump. That sounds really weird, but it is what it is. Oh no, is that floating? I don't think quite floating, but don't want floating. I don't want the goats being able to escape, but I feel like that's now a very low fence. I mean, I could potentially make that a bit lower there. I forget how this works. Is that heightening it? Yeah, we want to lower that. Lower that and then smooth out slightly less aggressively. I think that looks alright. Then we don't want to give them the opportunity to do a running jump over, so we'll smooth that side as well. Perfect! There we go. I literally spent every single penny that I currently have in the bank, but luckily pretty sure those other two contracts have completed, so we are about to make some cash monies. Yeah, that's not floating. Good. I think that looks pretty good. Right, let's see what the capacity is of that pen. I can't see it unless I'm looking at it. So luckily we can drive this thing straight back to the store because we have loads of money. Do they escape? No, but you know what goats are like. Escape artists. Gotta make sure they haven't got a chance. I have no idea why, but I Believe in Joe Hendry has just popped into my head. And it has very much distracted me. What a catchy tune. Jack kept sending me the videos of when that was, well, it probably is still quite popular, but when it was a thing on TikTok, and I was like, what the hell is this? But then I got a little bit obsessed. I Believe in Joe Hendry. Do you not know the song? Right, go on TikTok right this second. Right this very second. And type in I Believe in Joe Hendry. It's brilliant. And everyone does little skits with him. It's so good. Right, I definitely just cheated the system by taking up those irrigating contracts whilst it was raining. But hold up, wait a minute. Let's just hop out of that, head on over to the tractor out of the rain, and have a quick look at all this cash money. Mission was collected. 124 grand in the bank. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy myself a bale wrapper, because I think I deserve it after all that hard work running water around. Right, wrappers, there we go. That's some high quality music. It's so good. Right, what colour do I want? Empty, that's boring. Oh, I don't get that many choices of colour. That's sad. The bodywork has lots of colour, but I can't choose many colours here. Okay, we're going to go for this turquoisey colour, because that's the best one out of all of them. And we're going to buy it outright, because we can. Right, we're not going to take it back with us right now, but we are going to quickly go back. I reckon switch out to the JCB potentially, just because it's quicker. I don't think it's got anything attached to it right now either. Yeah, I am going to have to take this one back. I was going to say maybe I don't need to take this one back. I could just potentially leave it here, but I don't fancy running back to the fields in the rain. It doesn't appeal to me. I think once you see the little, like, things people do with it, it's just funny. And it's so catchy. Once you listen to it a few times, it sticks with you. Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. Alright, where's your buddy? Where's your friend? I bet as soon as I go, he's going to appear. He's going to come flying over that hill. Yep, there he is. Oh, straight past. Absolutely zero shits about the massive tractor. You will have to send me some. I'll get Jack to show you that, send them to you, because he had all of them. Anyway, I've now completely distracted myself thinking about Joe Hendry. I need to do some bale wrapping. That's one of the things I need to do. It doesn't look like it's turning back into grass, but the rain is definitely... yeah, it's definitely grown in moisture content, which is expected. 35%, and the target is 20 for the moisture, but that's not what the target is for hay. It's annoying me that it's not showing me the actual grass on the floor right now. Like, it's just showing me the actual field info, but I want to see what the grass is that's just chilling on the floor. There we go. Yeah, so required moisture. Well, this says required moisture for grass is 12.5%, and it's currently 50, so that's not great. See if we can find some hay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to like the hay. Just doesn't want to let me know what it is. Anyways, clearly not ready yet, so let's go put this tractor away, get the fertilizer out of the rain. Definitely no good for it. Probably came in at the worst angle there, but it is what it is. Cool, cool, cool. And now it is time to wrap 40 whole bales. Crazy. We're going to be here all day. I'm hoping smaller bales take less time, but I don't think that's how it works. I hope the rain doesn't affect the actual bales. And oh, sugar. Number generator time. 0 to 5k. Ouch. 1898. That's how much I'm deducting for that monstrosity. Cool. Let's hope I can flip this back up. Technical difficulties. There we go. All the money. I didn't use super strength. I used the in-game hacks to get that back up right. That's how it works. Could have just picked it up, tossed it over. And I find myself. Or did I add money? I might have added money. Did I add money? I meant to take it away. Oopsie. Right, Jordan, can you do 1896 times 2 or 1898 times 2? And then I will deduct the added money and the other money. Ay, ay, ay. Too much going on. I'm too excited to get some bale wrapping done, obviously. $37.96. Thank you. Right, minus 3796. There we go. Much better. Cheese a pumpkin eater? You would never catch me eating a pumpkin. Disgusting. Never understood why people are so obsessed with pumpkin spiced lattes. Ugh. Ugh. Not that I can ever say that I've had one, but I do not like the smell or taste of pumpkin, so.
That's nasty.
It's nasty. But it's like everyone is just obsessed in fall with pumpkin spice stuff. Ugh. Disgusting. only thing pumpkins should be used for is jack-o'-lanterns, and that is all. Then again, pumpkin pie is a massive thing in America, and I would like to know what it tastes like just to know that I'm not missing out on anything, but I just cannot imagine it tasting good. You know, what does it taste like? Right, anyway, enough talking about disgusting pumpkins. Let's get some wrapping done. We've still got 67k in the bank, so even if no good contracts come up over winter, we should have plenty of time to get those all done and dusted. And by those I mean the payments I have to do each month. I am thinking I might not wrap a few bales, because if I do that, I can go over to the goats after I finish doing some wrapping and we can see exactly how many we can fit in that pen. It was quite a decent sized pen by the end of it. Oh, that was really quick. So I'm kind of hoping we can get a good number in there. I won't max out the pen by any means, but I'd like to get a good few. Get some closer to reproduction age so we can get some baby goats pretty quick. Nice. I feel like these smaller, I'm not sure if it's just this bale wrapper actually, because that thing does seem to be flying around, but yeah, it could be this wrapper is just insanely quick compared to the other ones, but it might be the smaller bales. It'll be interesting to see when there's bigger bales. Yeah, that looks way too fast. I feel like this is a little bit cheaty, but thank you, John. Nice. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is do a little line up and down the field. I'm going to take a couple of grass bales over because I'm pretty sure pretty sure hay and grass does exactly the same when it comes to sheep and goats. I'm also pretty sure I pressed yes to planting some what's the word I'm looking for? Some grass in that field, so there should be some grass actually just available in the field for them to munch on. But I think, yeah, I'm going to take a couple bales over with me. See if we can get some goats right this second. So I'm too impatient to finish the job that I'm currently doing to wait for that. That bale looks like it's drunk, but I think it's just in a wet patch on the field. Bit grim. What's the bowl sound? Play it and you'll find out. Right, I'm going to leave that there for a sec. Let's run over to the Massey quickly. I would quite like to get like a TV. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. What the fuck? I just thought it called to my Asian heritage, Jordan. Yikes. Although if that was true, I'd probably also have some about noodles in there. Good soup with noodles. Don't go in the road. Right, the new field is straight down here.
Emotional damage.
I love that guy, he's so funny. Oh, there's just cars going by. It sounded like there was a jet or something. Alright, let's open this field. See what we're working with. Oh, I was meant to bring some grass over with me. Such a dumbass. I was so keen to get over here. It's gonna stick 2 bales on the end. Silly. Right, anyway. Stop right there. Ooh, 64. That is ideal. Goats. Oh, look how cute they are. Okay, so 16 months. Hit puberty at 16 months, and they'll be growing goats for the next 5 months. Growing goats. They'll be growing babies for the next 5 months. So I think I'm just gonna get. See if I can get 16 maybe, and then they'll duplicate in the next. Yeah, let's get 16 of those, and maybe some slightly younger ones, because they're gonna take a little while to get there too. Get 16 of those, and then we're already half full. But we'll also have more baby goats in the next 8 months, and then yeah, I think that makes sense. Growing goats, well, you know what I mean. Look cute! Aww. And here are the big mummy goats. And these guys should already be generating some milk. Generating milk, you know what I mean. So yeah. Oh, so cute. Adorable. Alright, I don't know. Let's have a look and see if this thing says they've got grass in their pasture. I'm pretty sure you can see, can't you? On here. Although I will say, like, I've never really had this working properly with the pasture thing and the amount of grass that is in the pasture, so who knows if it actually works. But I will be bringing some grass over for them as well when I remember. Well, it says grass 100%, but that's realistic animal losses. So, if you don't feed and water your animals... Oh, balls, I haven't got anything to water them with. Ugh. Gonna have to also go and get a tank. But, not like a tank, an army tank, you know what I mean. Like an IBC type thing. Fill them up with water as well. But yeah, if you leave them at 0% capacity of water or food, you do potentially lose your animals. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen. Although I'm pretty sure in this rain that trough will be filled up in no time, but it's not how the game works. So yeah, I'm going to go and quickly run to the shop, buy some sort of water holding container, probably an IBC, because I think that's just going to be easier to carry around than a like a trailer. But we'll see how much they all cost. If I can get a fairly smallish one, then it might not be too awkward to get it into that field. I did leave quite a decent sized space at the front because I knew it was going to be awkward to get in and out of that gate. Right, we're still at 39k and 49k even in the bank, which is pretty decent. Oh, stream just died and reset. That's strange. Interesting. It also says I'm streaming at 30 frames a second, which is not the goal. Should be 60. But it has only got a few missed frames. So I don't know why it's reset itself. But yeah, I do need to look at that frames for a second thing. Died for 45 seconds. But odd, yeah, that is strange. Hopefully it won't do that again. Also, apologies Twitch, you have now got an ad break. Ah, you know what? I should not have brought the spreader with me. Should have left that at home. Ay, ay, ay. Right, let's have a look for an... What am I looking for? It'll be in animals. Barrels, that's what we want. Okay, that one's actually pretty cheap. I was thinking something like this, but actually I think this might be easier. What's the difference? Ooh, but ooh. I forget how milk spawns with goats. I'm pretty sure it's into pallets, right? But I think you can actually put goat milk potentially. Yeah, I think you can put it in these trailed trailers, which would be so much easier than trying to pick up pallets all the time. And also this one, weirdly, I'm not sure why you'd want to put oil in a tanker like this, but you might want to for some reason, because it can do everything, including goat milk and cow milk. I think I'm gonna go for this one because it's not stupidly expensive, and that should be fairly easy to reverse as well because it's not on a dolly type trailer, it's a solid one. Right, I was a complete fool and decided to bring the spreader with me out in the rain again, so I'm going to quickly take this back and then yeah, come back again for the water trailer, and then once we've got that filled up I can finally bring the goats some grass. Damn, I thought I was going to get grass in the ground today, but I don't even know if I'm going to do it in this in-game month. There's been a lot going on this one in-game month. But hopefully this is going to be a really good start going into next year. Before I can get cows, I obviously need a bit more money. But not only do I need a bit more money, I also need straw. So I'm gonna have to wait for some contracts where I can either bale the straw that I take off the field, or I have to be able to have another field myself so I can grow all the crops. But I do think it's going to be easier doing contracts instead, because yeah, combines are expensive. And I'm going to have to then buy land. I've got a seed already, so that's not an issue, but the combine is the biggest problem there. I will eventually be getting one of those, but at the moment I don't think it's a good idea. Because then you also need the trailers, all that sort of jazz. And seeing as I've invested heavily in all the other equipment I have right now, I feel like I need to make the most of that before I start expanding the repertoire. But then again, I might get there next year and be like, actually, yeah, I've got loads of cash, let's just do it. We shall see how it goes. Right, I'm not going to bring any bales with me down the road because I feel like that's asking for trouble, and I'm going to have to bring the thing back here anyway to fill up with water. And then we will feed and water the goats, and they should be happy and on their way to making some good milk. And then, after that, I will get that wrapping done. Oh, look how close that was. I'm so glad I'm in front of him. Yeah, get the wrapping done on that field so that those bales are all fermenting. I know why I wanted to pick up the bales off the field. Also, please don't freeze and break right now. Come on, you know you don't really want to break. You know you really don't want to. There we go, nice. Right, let's quickly save that, shall we? Oh, it has saved recently. Not sure what that freezing was about. yeah, before I had a mini panic that the game was going to break, I was wanting to get all those bales off the field as soon as possible, like in this in-game day, because I was going to seed the field with grass. But I think that's going to be put on the back burner, purely because there's so many bales in that field right now. And they're hopefully going to be sold within the next day or two anyway, so I don't want to move them, unload them from a trailer, only to have to move them again to, like, in December. So December, January, whenever the bales are ready to be sold. I'm even tempted to sell all of them, to be honest, and then put that money towards a bigger baler for cows, because I don't think it's going to be too fun keeping up with that teeny tiny baler. There's just too many bales. And next, when that grass is ready to go again, when it's all planted up and fully grown and stuff, there's going to be a hell of a lot more grass coming off that field than there currently is, because the nitrogen level's going to be perfect, the fertilizing, yeah, nitrogen, pH, I can't remember which one that is, but you know, all that sort of stuff is going to be absolutely spot on. So we should have a good old crop of grass at the time. But obviously more grass needs more bales. And yeah, I think we're going to have to invest again quite heavily, preferably in a square baler. I just much prefer them to round bales. And with our bale wrapper we can do both types of bales, which is fab. So I haven't wasted any money there. Also means I have absolutely zero issues using all my own equipment for future bale wrapping contracts. So I can't remember how much the lease was on the bale wrapping contract, but I want to say it's probably close to 1,000, so saving me quite a lot of cash each time, especially for those much smaller missions that are only a few bales. It's definitely not worth renting the equipment for those. It has felt like it has rained forever in this game. I know I'm playing on ×1, which probably is not helping that fact, but ay, it just does not stop. You gotta sell preserves. You know what? I don't know if I can make jam on this game, but if I can, I will consider it. I feel like you must be able to, because there's you can get strawberries in a greenhouse and stuff, so. But yes, preserves are definitely the way in Stardew Valley for sure. Actually, let's have a look at like the price list. Let's see if there's what am I looking for? Where's the pricing there? Okay, I like that this is in more like a split now. Maybe that's a mod that I have. Ooh, noodle soup. That would be good. As you can tell, I have a lot of mods. So many additional things I can make. Can't even pronounce what that is. Seitan? No idea what that is. You can make strawberries. You can make strawberry milk. You can make strawberry jam. I've installed a mod that I can make some strawberry jam. I reckon that'd make quite a lot of money. I wonder how many strawberries it is to one jam. Preserved food. Yeah, let's have a look at the, what is it? Preserved carrots. Oh, that's pretty good money. What about, I feel like the soup was really good money in Zelonka. Triple soup, 1600. That is where it's at, because that is so high yielding as well. Oh, the yogurt though. God damn. That is hella money. Ooh, a vegan schnitzel. Oh wow. Look at that. I don't know how easy that is to make, but I want to make that. That looks pretty good. Oh yeah, whilst I was over here, I was going to also have a look at the store and just have a very quick peek to see productions small size, because I really do not want big factories on my property. I only want small things, so I'll be going for like realistic things. Like this is quite a realistic setup for a small farm to make, what does this make, wood chips and logs and stuff. That's also quite cool. I like that. I don't think most people would have a salt marsh in their farm, but you never know. I really want a small dairy. That's quite big. I have installed quite a few mods in this category just because I want smaller things. Like that is a really good size. I like that. Actually, is that base game? Don't even know. Might be. Oh no. Small wood distributor. Oh, that literally just moves stuff. But yeah, that's the sort of size of things I want. Not these big old buildings. Schnitzel and yogurt it is then. Yeah, I'm definitely going to start with the yogurt for sure. But I would like to know how to make the schnitzel, because that sounds pretty tasty. But yeah, that is like a realistic setup for any sort of small to medium sized farm, I would say. That is the sort of size I want to go for. That's a grain mill. That's a bakery. Ooh, I like that. Oh, that looks, I love that. That is brilliant. I'm guessing that's the dairy, and that is teeny tiny, perfect size. So it's 36k, so I haven't got enough money at the moment. I have no idea where I put this. Not really want to put it out there because it's really awkward to get to. Don't really want to use this nice long strip here because I feel like that's going to be much nicer to mow when it's all one patch. Potentially over here because I think this is going to become a yard area slash mini production area. Who knows? But yeah, that's the plan basically for future. For the future, right, let's get a couple bales and take them over to those hungry goats. Well, they haven't, I'm guessing they're hungry. You know, it's been a stressful day. They've just appeared in this nice new field. Moving animals is a bit of a stressful time for them sometimes. And I don't know about anyone else, but I am definitely a stressful eater. A stressful eater? Yeah, I probably do stress people out when I eat as well, but I eat when I'm stressed. Ay, 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 just get off the freaking fork. I didn't actually look if the dairy made yogurt, but I'm presuming a dairy would make yogurt. I'll have a look again in a second. Because yeah, I think we want to make some goat yogurt. Huh, that's weird. Oh, is it because they're out in the rain? Are they losing capacity? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we need to get those wrapped up real quick. To the goats. Okay, so that's interesting. I've never seen that actually happen before. Oh damn, we're gonna lose a lot of grass if that keeps happening. Ah, realism. No, I think that might be a base game thing. Because I know if you leave your... So basically, I think this was introduced in either 19 or 22, that if you left stuff outside, like grass bales and stuff, they would start decaying. But I never really saw it happen, so I don't know if they actually managed to make it work. But the idea was, I'm really sorry dog, but you're gonna have to go. The idea was that you actually had to put your bales under cover and stuff, you couldn't just leave them out in the field. I do think that's the base game, but I don't know if the extreme loss of grass is, yeah, who knows. Brutal, yeah. Absolutely outrageous. Yeah, we're going to get these bales in, get the goats watered, and then we're locking into that bale wrapping. Can't afford to lose any more grass. Well, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Probably doesn't help that I've got the front loader attached as well. I think that might be the bales. Nope. Is it the bales? Oh, it is the bales on the tree. Okay, future reference, probably not the best thing to do. Is that filling up? Yeah, nice. Am I close enough to do this? I think I just barged a bale out the way, which didn't really help. Okay, normally it pops up with a little thing that says overload water, but that's cool. Right, so those bales are kind of going to go to waste right here, right now. So, because of the weather, which is really annoying. I think I have to take them back with me and just keep them undercover in the sheds. I'm actually going to attach the water thing for a second whilst I try and oh, I didn't realise I could pick them up sideways. That's good. Okay, damn, maybe I should have kept that attached, because that would have meant that I wouldn't have. Right, there we go. Right, now I'm in a really awkward position. I wonder if I can swing out of there. Looks like I should be able to. Oof, that was close. Don't know if I'm going to be able to make it around those signs, but we'll find out. Okay, that is the bales. Again, I think, maybe. What are you stuck on? Am I just jackknifed? I'm so confused. What is going on here? Oh no, it is the sign as a physical object, that's why. I know how to play the game. Aye. Right, never do that at the same time. Lesson learnt. Lesson painfully learnt. He is alive. He obviously went straight under the middle of the tractor. Don't understand where that dog is coming from, but it's very annoying that he keeps running in the middle of the road. Alright, let's get these covered up pretty sharpish. Oh, don't tip over. Them in the nice, soggy, muddy shed. That sounds like a great idea. Cool, that's two. Yeah, this is so boggy that things are just not having a good time. going to try and reverse this in the end bay, even though it's at a bit of an awkward angle with the gate, but yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, this does not want to turn very well. Might just be really dumb right now. I generally can't tell if this is the mud being such a problem. Anyway, that'll do. Definitely not the best angle, but I'm going to move a couple more bales in there with the other two, seeing as the capacity seems to be going down hella quick. And we've really... Oh, well that wasn't the fork. Yeah, gonna definitely make sure I've got... I mean, they didn't take too much grass, and they normally don't take a crazy amount. Oh, I should have put the rear weight on. I'm just casually doing wheelies. Yeah, they don't normally take a crazy amount each time. I think that time they only took about 2,000, was it 2,000 or 4,000 litres? No, it must have been like 2,000 litres into the trough. So, ay, ay, ay. This is chaos. So I think 4 will be fine for the next. Get off me forks. Okay. Yeah, I think 4 might be okay for a few months. Right, I'm going to leave this tractor here stuck in the mud because yeah, I'm going to switch over to finishing the wrapping. But I am going to take a quick 2-minute break, quickly open the curtains, let some fresh air in, and I'll be back to finish the bale wrapping in just a second. And we are back, and we're going to get straight back to it because we got to get that what's remaining of the grass safely wrapped and away. Well, it doesn't have to go away, it just has to be wrapped. And I haven't done that much of it yet. If I realised the rain was going to ruin it, I would have probably made sure I did this before I started messing around with the irrigation and stuff. Those missions, although they were worth it with the rain. But yeah, I would have done these first and then taken them on. God damn it. Yeah, I think these bales have lost about 1,000 litres of grass, which is amazing. Didn't know the rain washed away grass, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah, I'm not going to look at an automatic bale stacker because I actually, well, I don't know what I prefer really. I like the automated storage systems if I'm playing more casually, but with the realism, not the ones. So I won't be having those in this save, but I might look at getting as in like an automatic stacker rather than a. But then I don't know, it's just more awkward to fit them into sheds. If I had a big enough shed that I could lift one of the auto stackers up and neatly place the bales in, I would do that. But at the moment with the shed that I have, probably not a good idea. Don't think they've got enough clearance. Honestly, just opening the curtains for like 2 minutes has made a world of difference. It's nice and cool outside now, but my room gets a little bit stuffy with the PC going, the door shut, and the curtains drawn. I have left the window wide open though, which I don't normally do during the stream because I don't want people walking past to hear me. Just a little bit awkward, but probably a good thing I can't hear them with my overhead headset on, so it's all good. It's all good. Pretend that's not happening. But yeah, I think we are going to have to leave the seeding of the grass until next growing season, which will probably be sometime in February potentially, maybe March. Don't know when the earliest month you can plant it. But that's fine. It is what it is. I'm really glad I got this bale wrap actually. It's so quick. It's probably saving my bacon quite a lot right now with the situation that is occurring. And it's also going to make those bale wrapping contracts super speedy. Well, I guess you can't really tell when, because the contract bale wrapping missions, they actually, so before, obviously it used to all be one big contract where you do the mowing, the windrowing if you didn't have a baler that, mowers that put it into a nice neat swath. If you're making hay, obviously you have to ted it as well. You have to do all the different steps. Now it's only one part of each grass contract. You can't actually pick up the bales, I found out. They're like, you can pick them up obviously to wrap them, but you cannot grab them with like a fork. Can't nick any bales. Which, yeah, obviously before you'd have to stack them all up, take them to whatever sell point you had to take them to, and it was quite a big job, but I think it was a much nicer way of doing it. And you also got the bonus money from the extra bales. Now if you do a bale wrapping contract, you don't get any bonus, you just have to finish the contract. That's it. Super speedy. Sorry I typed more, but I'm painting my nails. No worries, no worries. Did you manage to get the acrylics finished up yesterday? But yeah, this thing is hella speedy. Absolutely loves it. Oh jeez, that bale went flying. But I am panicking. Gotta get these done. Look, there's only literally a couple more to do. Just down here. And then we are good on the bale wrapping side of things. Nice. I'm going to quickly jump out and see how much is left in this bale. Yeah, nearly 1,000 litres of bale gone. Damaged by the rain. Outrageous, right. Oh, that is job done. Lovely. Right, let's have a quick look. Obviously we're in ×1 at the moment, so these aren't going to be fermented at all really, but I do want to just have a quick peek. Yep, 0%. Although I think those ones are the ones that I did when I came back from doing all the other things, so let's have a look over here. 1%. A whole 1%. Nice. I did, they look nice. Then the polish separated. Ooh, that's weird. So redoing. Do you have to have like a special polish to go on acrylic, or is it normally just any sort of general polish? Bit weird that it's like separated now. Right, it's been a while since I checked the chickens. I do think they've got enough food. They're going to have offspring in 1 month, so that's not ideal because there's not any space for them, but they're just going to be automatically sold, I believe. I do really wish that the animals didn't reproduce unless you got male and female animals, because I would have happily just had female chickens laying eggs, doing their business, not making babies, but I have a feeling it's going to charge me for having the having to sell the chickens each time they reproduce, so that's a bit annoying. Especially as they reproduce every 2 months. Again, not ideal, but hopefully they'll make me more in eggs than they cost me in selling fees. Not usually, but I got a new UV base, so I guess that's why. Interesting. I don't really know much about acrylics. I know gel polish, but I don't really know acrylic stuff, so yeah, I have no idea. So you set the acrylics under UV like you would with normal gel polish, I presume? I've seen people like working with acrylic on YouTube and stuff, but because I don't have it, I've not really paid masses of attention. It looks quite cool though. Right, I don't really have space for this with this tractor in here, so I'm gonna move out of the way now. You don't have to, but I do. Fair. It's a lot quicker, I'm guessing, to solidify. Right, this tractor can just chill there for a bit. Right, let's find a good space for this. Yeah, this bit of the grass is so muddy. Gonna have to get some gravel down in here. But to do that, I'm probably gonna have to move everything that's in here, so I'm not going to do that until, well, maybe when a month when it's all quiet and there's not a lot going on, but for now it's all staying put in the mud. That is where it's going to stay. Ay, 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 what a day. Right. Guys, I think I'm going to call it there for the evening because I am warm and I am tired. So it has been a good stream. A hell of a lot has been accomplished today. I'm really annoyed about the bales losing quite a decent chunk of their mass. But it is what it is. I know for next time, if it's going to be raining, to sort my shit out a little bit quicker. And then hopefully I won't have this situation again, so next time hopefully it'll be a lot more productive. Let me just quickly check when the next month is that I can actually start doing the planting for the grass. Yeah, so this is the last month, but with the rain and everything as well, I think it's probably best to leave it until March anyway. Worst case scenario, I might have to buy a bale or two, but I don't think it's going to be the biggest end of the world. does look like we're going to have snow in January, which is pretty cool. I love snow. Oh my goodness, -11. That would be insane. I feel like it's rare we get that sort of temperature in the UK. Maybe up north in Scotland, but not down in Gloucestershire. But you never know. It's going to be a pretty chilly winter. Let's hope the baby goats do well. So yeah, actually there was a few things we could have planted. I say a few. There's literally grass and linseed, but yeah, would have been good to get something in the ground this side of the year. It's gonna have to wait though. Weirdly, you can plant cotton in February. I feel like that's quite early because I feel like cotton needs quite a warm climate, but maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it's warm enough in a country where it would normally grow. Yeah, it's definitely going to be grass. It's going to be the only thing that's really planted. I'm just debating if I can do a crop at some point. Oats would be good. Preferably something that the chickens can eat though, so that's only really barley, wheat, sorghum maybe. But we've completely missed wheat planting season. That's not going anytime soon. Barley again, not anytime soon. Sorghum might be an option. I don't really know, does sorghum really grow in the UK? I don't think it does. I feel like it's grown quite a lot in like Scandinavian countries, but yeah, never seen it in the UK. Doesn't mean it's not grown in the UK. That was potential. I don't know if I get any straw from that, but either way that would be good food for the chickens. But because I haven't really got that many of it, it's not a big deal if I have to buy it. So yeah, we'll see. I actually just remembered I have a to-do list somewhere, which I did make last time, and I have completed that task. I've done a wrapping contract, yep. Haven't bought a trailer yet. Haven't done the mini mowing contracts, but I don't think I'm going to be honest. I don't think we need to. Those irrigation contracts did wonders. But yeah, we do need to buy a trailer still, and we'll see what the next month brings us. At least you're feeding the chickens this time. This is very true. This is very true. They do probably need some food next month though. They are getting lowish. They've eaten through 60% of their food, but I can't remember when I actually got the chickens. It wasn't, I think it was a month or two ago. So yeah, they're eating through it, but it's not crazy fast. And yeah, this is not going to be worth a lot of money as it is. But if this was in boxes, I could have just picked that up and sold it any time. Just saying. I also think the honey pallets, they look small enough to be able to lift by hand. So I really wish you could lift those by hand. So many things I would, just little tweaks that I would much prefer. But it is what it is. Also, Big John Farms, I just saw that you subscribed on YouTube. Many thanks for that. Outrageous. I know, right? I know. What I will say though is that I do quite like the new textures of like the mud and the rain. The water and everything is amazing. Like it should have been in the game sooner, in my humble opinion. But they have done an amazing job of integrating it now. Like that looks like really realistic mud, I'd say. And I love all the reflections and everything, and the general lighting has massively improved. So yeah, things have gone up, but some other things have gone down. Maybe one day there will be a perfect farm sim, but today is not that day. Also, moisture retention, 173%. Doesn't surprise me because this is literally like a swamp in here. I do think maybe over winter I will try and fix up the chicken coop area for them, because I don't think it'd be nice for chickens to be sat in muddy, swampy conditions. There wouldn't be much for them to nibble on. My parents have chickens and they free roam the garden all the time, and they're just digging around in the bushes doing their own thing. But there's also lots and lots of bugs and stuff for them to eat in the grass, and yeah, they just generally have a great time. They have also, which I was very surprised about, eaten like mice and voles and frogs or toads. They've literally just like ripped them apart. It was quite terrifying to watch, but you know, nature is nature. It's gonna do what they're gonna do. this is definitely going to get sorted at some point because I do not want to be driving all the stuff through the mud, and I'm a bit sad that the bales are just currently chilling in super muddy conditions as well. What little I have left of these bales. Very, very glad that I did end up buying this fuel for the shed though, because at least some of the equipment and the bales that I will need to keep can sit out of the rain and stay nice and dry over winter. Well, as dry-ish as the ground will let them really, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway guys, thank you so much for joining me on stream today. It's been a good day. I will do my best to next time figure out a way that I can wear the straw hat, but it's not happening in the stream because of the headset. But maybe one day. Still need to think of a name for the cow, so if anyone wants to join the Discord, if you type in !DC on, and it should work on YouTube now. I don't think it works on TikTok at the moment because I haven't set anything up for that yet. Jordan did send me some links, but I completely forgot to have a look. But there is a link for the Discord as well on TikTok. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Should be next week, but if not, have a good week. Tut tut tut, I know. I will sort it out one day. Maybe tomorrow actually, because I've got time tomorrow, so I will do my best to remember. Enjoy your weekend guys. Hope you all had a good evening, and see you next one.